Hello, my beautiful singles. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the weekend, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. So I'm here to do a singles reading, and the singles reading I do on a Friday. So if you've just tripped over 10 of Cups Tarot, welcome here. Welcome, welcome. The subscription button's down there where it always has been. And if you want to hit the bell button, you'll know when I'm uploading for the other signs during the week. I do post every day. So if you are the ride or die and you're here all the time, clicking, being in the comments, subscribing, all the ways that you love me, I appreciate you so much. So what is this reading about? Well, I'm going to read everything from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything down below in the description, so you can just scroll this video to find what you need. But please, please, please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. Natal charts are free everywhere. And if you want to know more about who you are, your natal chart is your blueprint to the self. So if you can come here with at least sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter energy, you will have a far rounder picture about what's going on with you. Last things last, if you're interested in a private read, I've left a note pinned to the top of the comment section that has all the information that you need in order to book me over at Wizio. It's far more reasonable than you feel that it is, or that you might have been told. But if you'd like to get over there and book with me there, I am running on a 10 to 11 day turnaround time. All right. Here we go. Thank you so much again. And we are going to start out with Aries. Aries being the leader. Let's find out what's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the single Aries. Now, this reading will be for the weekend. It could be this weekend, could be next. But listen, we're all on different timelines, right? You don't know all the things that I know, and I don't know all the things that you know. We're always all going through lessons. And that depends where you are on the timeline. So here we go. Let's find out what's going on with Aries singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for the weekend. Could be this weekend, could be next. It is for a weekend. Here we go. Let's find out about Aries. Tell me about Aries, please, the single Aries. We do have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is a place where you're feeling a little bit stuck, Aries. It's to me, you're still stuck in this cycle. To me, it's like you haven't yet noticed your patterns. You haven't yet noticed your cycles. And so you get stuck here in this Nine of Swords, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, and not paying any mind to the present moment. So I feel like somebody here might be stuck in some sort of a mental cycle that they can't get out of. Excuse me. Let's find out why this is here. Tell me about Aries, please. We've got the Chariot. So it does look like you want to go somewhere. I feel like you want some type of victory. I feel like you're working really hard on your balance and balancing your energy so you can go somewhere. This Chariot is the fastest moving energy. And so I feel like it almost feels like the Nine of Swords is holding you back, but the Chariot's here to say, look, it's time to go. This is Cancer energy here. It feels like you are trying to keep possibly your feminine and masculine energies, or you are trying to keep your emotions in balance. This is Cancer energy, right? Tell me more. We've got the Seven of Wands. So you're actually in a place where you're meditating about what to do next. It feels like you are keeping tight boundaries, and you are sort of holding ground, I want to say. And the thing is that when I see the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords, it tells me that you're not willing to change, or you're not willing to change your mind. And so the Seven of Wands tells me that you are sort of stuck in the Nine of Swords. It's like you're in a tug and pull with yourself. It's like you want the victory on something, but you're holding your ground on the Nine of Swords. It's like you either don't believe you can have it, or you're scared you're just going to jump right into the same old cycle and then get hurt again. Because the Nine of Swords is about feeling overwhelmed, right? Mentally, emotionally. It's like feeling overwhelmed, can't sleep. Something is creeping into your thoughts during the day, breaking in your thought patterns. We do have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're stuck somewhere here. You are stuck in the mind. It feels like you're stuck. The Nine of Swords tells me you're stuck. The Two of Swords tells me there is something here that you're not seeing. There is something here that you're possibly missing, and it keeps you in a place, I feel, where you don't want to be. Tell me why you're stuck. We do have the Knight of Wands. Why the Knight of Wands? The Knight of Wands because of the Three of Wands. So I feel like you feel stuck because you've been waiting for communication. You've been waiting for someone to speak with you or call you or show up for you. And I feel like if you are waiting for that, it feels like it is around the corner, that it is coming to you quite quickly here. We do have the Queen of Swords, and it feels like you're ready. I want to say, if this should show up for you, Aries, I feel like you're ready to have some type of conversation that you've been waiting to have for a while. We do have the Knight of Wands here. Now, it feels like you're stuck in some sort of a passionate thought pattern. It feels like you are, with the Knight of Wands here, that the energy of the swords, it adds a little bit of instability to the mental situation. And what I mean by that is, I'm not calling you mentally unstable. What I'm saying is you can't make a decision. You feel stuck in a situation. I feel like you really do want to move quickly towards something that you're passionate about, but you would rather wait for it to find you. I feel that ultimately you're ready to have a conversation because the Queen of Swords is facing into the future. But I feel like when you do have the opportunity to have this conversation, it is going to be head over heart. She's got her heart in a little jail there. So I feel like you're thinking currently about the person that you want to speak with. I feel like you're trying to manifest them to communicate with you. Tell me more, please. Well, tell me what you want the victory in first. Let's find out what you want the victory in here. You've got the Hermit energy. You've got justice. So you want justice in something. And okay, so there has been some sort of a conflicted disagreement, I want to say, between you and someone else. And I feel like no matter what the time period is between you, it feels like there's silence because somebody has blocked another person. And I feel like the intention was not to block someone to hurt them. That's what I'm not feeling that, Aries. I don't feel like you did it to hurt them. I feel like you did it for your sake of your own stability, for your own mental stability. But I feel like all it's really done, though, has given you, has made you stuck. I want to say that you're trying to move forward. And I feel like the Hermit energy is here. It tells me that you've been spending a lot of time by yourself thinking about how can I get the victory in this situation? How can I get the victory here with justice here? I feel like you will, but I feel like you need wisdom first. I'm going to say don't run at anything. I know it's hard. You're a fire sign, but I'm going to say, that the Chariot is here for whenever you're ready to show your emotions. I feel like you're not ready to show your emotions. I feel like you are trying to gain wisdom about that, trying to figure out whether this is the right thing to do. Do I move forward and speak to this person, or do I wait for them to speak with me? I feel like either way you want justice in this situation. You could be dealing with a Libra possibly, but it does feel like I think you're kind of agonizing or stuck over some sort of a conflicted disagreement, some sort of a verbal battle that you had with someone, and you feel powerless or stuck. You feel like you can't move forward, and you want that person to call you. So I feel like you're manifesting them, but I feel like you haven't had any luck. Tell me what Aries is supposed to do in this situation, please. What is Aries supposed to do in this situation? We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Temperance card in reverse. I want to say that right now is not the time. I feel like you want to move forward. I feel like you do want to have some sort of stability with someone, but I feel like right now is not the time. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've got Temperance in the reverse. And it tells me when Temperance is in the reverse, the answer is no. It's not time to go forward. It's not time for you. You're supposed to wait. I feel like you're supposed to wait and think about what you're going to say. I feel like this weekend is not the weekend that you should be opening any sort of communication with somebody that is going to possibly lead to some sort of an argument. I think you want to even things out there, though. I feel like you really want to even things out, but with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it tells me that things are not moving, that you're not putting any energy into this. They're not putting any energy into this. Nobody is really making this opportunity move. And we do have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, which tells me that possibly either you aren't yet single, maybe you're separated, not yet divorced. I get that from the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. But when Nine of Pentacles is in the reverse, it feels like you don't feel enough, or you don't have enough confidence to move forward. So I feel like when the Temperance card is in the upright, that's when you will feel confident enough to move forward here. Tell me what else Aries needs to know here, please. There is an Eight of Cups. So I feel like you're needing to walk away from something or disconnect from something emotionally first. Or this could be an indication that when you do have this conversation, either when it arrives or when you push forward with the Chariot, that I feel like you need to do it in a head over heart way. It's a second reminder with the Eight of Cups here with I feel like you're sort of disconnected emotionally and you're holding that in. But I feel like you're hopeful. What are you hopeful about? You're hopeful that there's going to be a second chance. So I feel like whether it is them coming around to you, Aries, or you going around to them, I feel like somebody here does want a second chance, is trying to negotiate with the universe, it feels like. I really do feel like you're trying to manifest someone, but it's not working. I'm just going to say that if you're manifesting the Empress does not chase. So the Empress isn't going to follow you. But if you are the person who is seeking the company of the Empress, you are going to have to move forward. I feel like you continually wait for the conversation that's just not arriving. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. You feel like you're on the outside looking in. Look, all it's going to take to change this situation around is some movement, right? The Six of Swords is here. We have the Three of Cups, a reunion, and we have the Five of Pentacles. It feels like you're on the outside looking in, but you wish to have this reunion. There has to be some movement, but I really do feel like you first need to get out of the Two of Swords. You need to get out of this blocked energy and put some effort in, because I feel like somebody is not putting the effort in for you. And I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if it's the Empress that you're going for, but it feels like you've been waiting. They're not talking. You're not moving forward. We're in a stalemate here. That's what it looks like. Nobody's doing nothing. So if there's going to be some movement, I feel, Aries, it has to be you that steps forward. That's what it feels like. All right. Let's get to Taurus here. Hello, Taurus. Hello, my bull gang. Here we go. Let's find out what's going on for the single Taurus for possibly this weekend or another. Tell me what's going on for the single Taurus on the weekend, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus, please. Taurus, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. There is a comment that is pinned, and it's above all of the comments there down below. I don't know, I couldn't get that out. That was hard. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you are in a place right now, Taurus, where you're not willing to negotiate. I want to say your boundaries are tight. You're not willing to negotiate because I feel like you've received some sort of an answer or some wisdom about something that you had some questions about. And I feel like ultimately what's happening here is that you've decided that you're not making a move. You're not the one who's going to move forward, that you're good where you are. It feels like you're kind of protecting yourself from something. Tell me what is going on here. We've got the High Priestess, and we have the Two of Swords. Isn't that interesting? So the Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords also came up in Aries reading just now, so you might want to roll back if you're dealing with Aries. But we have the High Priestess energy. So I feel like it feels like, Taurus, that you know that you must keep your boundaries tight, that you must keep your boundaries in place. The High Priestess is telling me that if you decide to obey this energy that is in your gut telling you do not move forward, it's telling you stay where you are, that the person who's blocked you, I feel, is going to have some sort of a revelation, or is going to have some sort of they're gonna eventually come out of hiding, I want to say. But I feel like you're supposed to stand your ground. I feel like if this person's blocked you or you've blocked them, I think you're supposed to stand your ground. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. Tell me about the Two of Swords. I feel like it's long in the past that this block has gone on, but it feels like you're thinking about them again after a while. That's what it feels like here. We do have the Ace of Swords, so it does feel like it's heartbreaking. The weight is heartbreaking. This person's got you blocked. You don't know if they'll ever take you off the block. Ace of Swords is here. You do want to have a conversation. It feels like this is clarity energy here. We've got Temperance as well, and we have the Devil. So I feel like the person that you're not speaking with, or that you have blocked, or maybe they've blocked you, take it as it resonates. You can do it either way because this is a general reading. It does feel like somebody here wants clarity from the universe about when is it time to go? When is it time to communicate with this person that I want to communicate with? Because the Ace of Swords is the open of communication, but we do have two swords and a third, which is three swords, which tells me there has been heartbreak or disappointment here. It feels like you do want to heal it, you do want to get your balance, but you're waiting for the universe to tell you when it's time to go. I feel like we do have the Devil card here that's lending a little bit of obsessive thoughts, I want to say, because we do have swords here. Like, I feel like this is all you think about. It feels like all you think about is this block, and knowing that this is coming here. It's like, I feel like the high priestess is the gatekeeper. That's what it feels like to me. The high priestess is the one telling you, don't do it. Don't communicate with this person. Don't chase them. Don't go forward with them. I don't know if you're supposed to not go forward with them at all, ever. But it feels like with the Two of Swords here that there's a block because of something that was said. Something that somebody said to you. And so I feel like you feel that if they want you, they should come and get you. But the devil energy's here. So it's like an obsessive thought pattern. You're obsessively thinking about, how can I heal the situation? I feel like it's bothering you. It's a constant pull in your intuition here, your psychic intuition. Tell me about the High Priestess. We do have the Seven of Cups. We have the Magician in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Cups. I think that what your gut is telling you is that this is a very manipulative situation. I feel like you're feeling overly emotional, but you feel like your feelings are being manipulated. The Magician shows up in the reverse and the Knight of Cups. So I want to say that you've blocked somebody here because you don't necessarily think that they are the best thing for you, or maybe they've blocked you. Take it as it resonates. But the Magician being in the reverse next to the Seven of Cups tells me that someone is trying to make a decision, and that they're obsessively overwhelmed with the thought about this romantic connection. I feel like it is a romantic connection, but everything is stuck. Tell me why the Hermit is in the reverse. We have the Death card. We have the Angel of the Night, and we have the Three of Pentacles. The Angel of the Night is a specific card to this deck here. That's what this deck is called. Angel, it says Angel de la Nuit. It's like Angel of the Night. So we have the Death card, and it's come up on the Hermit. I want to say that somebody is about to show themselves to you. I want to say they're about to come out of hiding. And I want to say, Taurus, that this person has transformed. There's been a transformation here. And with the Angel of the Night card shows up to tell you that the hardship is over. That your angels have been watching over you and keeping you safe or well while this transformation is going on. It feels like your intuition, your psychic intuition is telling you to stay put. If this person blocked you, let it be. Let it be the way it is. If they want to speak with you, the Ace of Swords is here. If they want to speak with you, they can do that. We've got Temperance and the Ace of Swords, which tells me that if they want to say something, they can definitely say something, and it will heal the situation. But it feels like with this Devil energy here that somebody here is thinking obsessively about this. So it could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to. Could be the energy of Scorpio, possibly, maybe Pisces or Cancer. We've got Aries energy here as well. The Three of Pentacles tells me that this whole situation is might be with somebody who is your best friend or a friend or somebody you've worked with. It could be a workmate that you haven't spoken with for a while. It feels like something fell into silence. So why is your intuition telling you that you should hold your ground? Why is your intuition telling you to keep your boundaries? Because of the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. If you want me, you can come get me. You know your worth. Things ended. You know your worth. And if that person wants to speak with you, if they want to give you reciprocity, the Ten of Swords is here. They're the ones that ended it, I feel. But I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could have been you as well. But it feels like things came to an end and you're like, I know my worth. I'm standing my ground. And that's why I think your intuition is telling you to stand your ground, because you know your worth and you're not going to chase anybody for anything. That's what it feels like here. So I feel like this could be somebody who is a friend. But I feel like the Angel of the Night is telling you that the hardship is over. And I feel like for some of you, you might be getting some sort of communication from this person. Whether they are a friend or a lover, take it as it resonates for you. It feels like somebody that you have feelings for, but you've never dated. When I see the Three of Pentacles and the Death card, it feels like there's been silence, there's been transformation, but we don't know it because we haven't spoken with each other. This person is a friend I feel that you have feelings for. The Four of Swords shows up and the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is like new budding love. I feel like you have feelings for somebody. And I don't know why they would have blocked you or you would have blocked them, but I feel it might be because maybe they're dating someone else or they're seeing someone else. They're not seeing you. Maybe they didn't choose you. But the Page of Cups is telling me that there is about to be a surprise that's going to pull you out of the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a place where you're kind of minding your business, not really talking to people, trying to heal the mental state, right? I feel like you do have feelings for somebody here. And I feel like you are waiting for that person to communicate with you. And I feel like maybe that person blocked you or you blocked them. Take it as it resonates for you. We do have Capricorn energy. We have Sagittarius energy. We do have Piscean energy. We have the Magician is Aries. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the Piscean energy, and we have Virgo. Gosh, my brain is just not moving as quick as my mouth is today. I don't know about that. Okay. All right. Here we go, Gemini. Happy birthday, friends. How is Gemini season for you? I know you're only one day in. When's your birthday? Let me know. Come on now. We want to celebrate you in the comments. Let us know when your birthday is. I'd love to say hello and happy birthday. Let's talk about Gemini. Single Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Gemini. Tell me what's coming up for single Gemini. Sneak peek for the weekend. Ooh. Can't say the words today. Sneak peek for the weekend, please, for Gemini. What's coming up for Gemini, please? We do have the World. Gemini, you are about to close a major chapter of your life. It is an accomplishment. It feels like it is something that's come full circle. And I want to say that the universe has helped you do that. The World card is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. There is some sort of an end of a major chapter. Something is over. Something is closing. Tell me why, Gemini. Something is coming to an end for Gemini here. What is coming to an end? We do have the Page of Cups. It may have been a surprise ending, my friend. Maybe you weren't expecting it, or maybe you weren't expecting it to end this quickly, and that might have been the surprise. But the Page of Cups can also tell me that this is kind of, it makes you feel like it's good news, like this is an accomplishment. And then the Page of Cups is good news, right? It also is surprising, and it could be a surprise ending or something that you didn't expect to end when you did. We do have the Empress, and we have the Five of Swords. So the Empress is, I feel like there is a door closing here. It feels like you have decided that you are worth more than the Page of Cups. It feels like you are, it's like a promise you're making to yourself, I want to say, that you're fending off people who just don't see your worthiness, who just don't see your worth and how much, I just want to say worth. I want to say you're very abundant. You're someone who's very learned. You have all of the energies of all of the queens. You're very wise. You're very balanced, I want to say. I feel like there is a cycle that you're possibly closing. If you are the Empress, you could be. Maybe you don't have to be, of course. But the Empress is feminine, masculine energy. It's feminine leaning energy, but also masculine energy. It's Taurus and Libra energy. I feel like there is either a chapter closing with the Empress, like maybe you're the person, Gemini, closing the chapter with the Empress, or you are someone who's kind of like fighting yourself about losing the Empress, possibly. It could be the Empress that closed the door as well. Take it as it resonates, but I do feel that it followed an argument. I feel like there was fundamental differences here, things we could not agree on. It feels like there was some sort of words that were exchanged between you and the Empress, or maybe you're the Empress, and it might have been exchanged between you and a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, a Libra, or a Taurus. Tell me what the argument was about. We do have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody didn't want to invest. So it does feel like there is like a major chapter closing. Tells me that there was some sort of something that was already settled, or you made a commitment, or it does feel like somebody here made some sort of a decision about what needed to be done next here. The Sun comes before the World card in the tarot here. Sorry, not the Sun, but the Judgment card. The Judgment card comes first. So this is a clear decision that you've made, I feel. I feel that you've made a decision, whether you're the Empress or not. You're the person who realized that there's just too many fundamental differences for us to be able to invest with each other here. So it does feel like Knight of Swords, that somebody decides to bring it up. Knight of Swords is your energy, Gemini, and the Two of Swords. Somebody here is heartbroken that they need to bring this up, but it feels like somebody no longer is interested in investing, and this has come to a place where we just have fundamental differences. We don't want to run the business the same way. We don't want to date the same way. Maybe it's religions that we can't settle on, or maybe, you know, they live across the world and you live somewhere else. Like maybe that we can't agree on where we're going to live. But it does feel like you didn't expect for it to end as quickly or as abruptly as it did. I think it's abruptly because of the Page of Moons, or the Page of Cups being the surprise, and then we have the Five of Swords. It feels like there was an abrupt communication that broke out, I want to say, and it resulted in the Ace of Pentacles being in the reverse. We're not really doing anything here. We're just going to argue. We didn't get anywhere. We didn't resolve anything. We just continued to argue back and forth. It feels like it was heartbreaking, I want to say. So tell me why this ended here. Tell me why this ended. What are the fundamental differences? We have the High Priestess, we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Five of Wands. There's an internal argument. I think that you wanted to move forward in this relationship, and somebody else was hesitating. That's what it is. It feels like the hesitation is with the High Priestess. Somebody is thinking about thinking with their intuition, or trying to make a decision about victory with their intuition, but somebody was hesitating, right? The Five of Wands is here. So I feel like somebody wanted to take this relationship to the next level, and the next other person said, I want to think about it first. And the other person then thought about it as well. You don't want to invest, and I'm going to move on. And so I feel like somebody here, because you hesitated, I think that's why it came to a surprising end. That somebody realized if you didn't answer right away, or if they didn't answer right away, maybe it was you that thought if they didn't answer right away, then it probably is a no. We do have the Knight of Cups, we do have the Three of Wands, and we do have the Sun. It's a breakthrough and a realization that you've waited long enough for this romantic connection to come together, for us to go to the next level, to get engaged, to buy a house. And I feel like somebody here has decided that that's not what they want to do. There has been some sort of a breakthrough here, that I've been waiting long enough for this person, and it is a romantic connection here. So I feel like you are single, but I feel like somebody here, somebody might have proposed to you, and you're not entirely sure about what it is that you want to do because you're good on your own. Maybe you're the Empress, or maybe you're the person who had proposed something, moving in, getting engaged, getting married to an Empress, and the Empress, I feel, fought you on it. And so if that's the case, then here it feels like there has been a breakthrough, that I've been waiting long enough for this romance to take off, and it's only at the Page of Cups energy. It feels like it's like it started at the Page of Cups with affection and getting together and dating, and then it got to the romantic situation, right, with the Knight of Moons. But it feels like somebody here just does not want to move forward, or you think that they don't want to move forward because of the hesitation. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. Tell me what the outcome is here for Gemini. We do the Ten of Cups, we have the King of Swords, and the Emperor. There it is. It is an Emperor and an Empress situation. And so it does feel like there has to be some really truthful and honest conversation about the Ten of Cups. Are we going to consider ourselves an item? Are you going to date me in exclusion of everybody else? Like, it feels like you are single, you consider yourself single, but it's like you don't want to be single any longer. That's what the feeling is here. And I feel like somebody needs to be very honest and truthful about what they expect from the Ten of Cups. And I feel it's the Emperor. So whether you're the Emperor or the Empress, you're represented here. And I feel like we do have a high level couple here, a soulmate couple. And it feels like somebody wants to take it to the next level, or wants to consider us dating. You know what I mean? So I feel like you are single as you come into this. And the question is, are we going to get together and call ourselves an item and move out of the single realm or not? And I feel like this weekend might be a weekend where there is a very clear, honest, head over heart conversation about where this relationship is going from here, Gemini. We do have Gemini energy. We have Aries. We have Leo. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We have Libra and Taurus. We have Cancer energy here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and some Piscean energy. All right. All right, all right. Here we go, Cancer. This is for you. Single Cancer for the weekend. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Cancer, please. Cancer, I think I just need a sip of my tea. It is chocolate toffee. Some of you have been asking, what kind of matcha do you drink? It is ceremonial matcha. Ceremonial matcha, and it is toffee chocolate. It's really good. Great antioxidant. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Tell me about Cancer for this weekend, please. The single Cancer. Sneak peek for this weekend or another. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned a comment if you're interested in a private read. All right. We do have your energy here, Queen of Cups. So whether you're feminine or masculine, the Queen of Cups is somebody who is Cancer, but also Pisces and Scorpio in this general read, right? Tell me what we need to know about the Queen of Cups, please. The Queen of Cups is, of course, a mother or a father, somebody who is very compassionate and kind, someone who leads with the heart, someone who makes heart over head decisions, someone who is always going to make the compassionate, kind, and loving decision. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles is, a lot of abundance here. Tell me what else we need to know about the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. I feel like there is somebody here who is thinking about stepping forward. I feel, Cancer, that it feels like here that, it feels like you're kind of on the precipice, I want to say. So the King of Wands is looking over at the 10 Pentacles. And so the King of Wands is the one who becomes inspired to move forward. I feel like you could be the King of Wands energy. I mean, even though we have the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups is telling us that it's you that we're talking about. But the King of Wands energy is telling me that you want to pursue something, or you're feeling like you need to feel inspired to pursue something. Your intuition is telling you that it's time to go get the 10 Pentacles. This could be a job. This could be money. This could be an opportunity to make a lot of money, but it also could be a long-term relationship. So it feels like, I feel like you are feeling motivated or inspired because your intuition is telling you that maybe it's time to settle down. Maybe it's time to join forces with someone in some type of a long relationship here, something that will stand the test of time. Tell me more about Cancer, please, about the Queen of Cups. Got Piscean energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. Yeah, it does feel like you want to settle down, but you're worried about doing that. It feels like with the Eight of Swords here that you've put yourself in a mentally restrictive place where you're scared to kind of look at the situation for what it is. I really feel like you have some big feelings for someone, like really big, deep feelings. It feels like you are thinking about what would it look like if I were to take a relationship to the next level, because the Four of Wands is here. I feel like you're very deeply connected possibly to this King of Wands. It could be a Pisces as well, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or someone else who is a Cancer or a Pisces or a Scorpio. But I feel like with the Eight of Swords here at the top of the mind, it feels like you're stuck. I want to say you can't make a decision about what you want to do because I feel like you have a lot of love to give. I feel like you're very deep. You have a lot of love to give, but I do feel that you keep those emotions under the surface because of the Eight of Swords. The thing is that the Ace of Swords is here, and I feel like you will get some sort of clarity. I feel like it's time for you to cut through the bullshit. It's time for you to say something, talk to somebody. It's not always, how can I say? I feel like sometimes people don't want to get into a relationship or a situation out of singledom into a relationship because of things that have happened in the past. And I feel like this is what the Eight of Swords is for you. I feel like it's lingering. I feel like it's like you're feeling trapped by your thoughts based on information that came from like an old relationship that didn't work, or maybe a series of relationships. Take it as it resonates for you, but it feels like here that you're thinking about having a conversation or opening a new conversation, a new path of clarity, honesty, and truth with somebody here, but you don't know if you should do it, when you should do it. It feels like you're stuck in your head. It feels like an emotional place. I'm going to say an overly emotional place. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. What do you want to talk about? Your intuition is telling you to open the conversation. We do have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. So the Nine of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you know there's a pattern here that you must break. And I feel like you are going to release yourself from the Nine of Swords, right? We've got 8 and 1 is 9 swords, and then the Nine of Swords came out. So it does feel like with the Nine of Swords in the reverse that there is, I feel like you're about to open up or say something or open up this conversation with somebody. But I feel like it's going to be around boundaries. I want to say that you're kind of stuck in your ways. You're stuck in your ways, or you're holding your ground, or you don't really want to let anyone in for a victory because you're not really sure what you want to do with the Ace of Wands yet. It feels like you're using the Ace of Wands as protection. And I feel like you're just going to be honest with somebody, that you're kind of standing your ground. And although you're willing to speak about it, you're not yet willing to engage in the thoughts of, should we get into a relationship? I feel like you're, with the King of Swords here, you're going to be very honest as to why you're holding your ground or have these boundaries here that you don't let anybody across. But I feel like it does take some sort of a conversation. So we do have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Judgment card, and the Lovers. I feel like you're going to be honest with somebody. Kate, I feel, Cancer, that you have feelings for somebody that you haven't told them about yet, I want to say. And you want to be very honest with this person about how you feel about them. I feel like how you feel about them is you feel like they are the choice. I feel like you want to choose them. You give them reciprocity now. I feel like this is a conversation that we're already having, but not maybe about a relationship, but we're already talking to each other. And it feels like there is a big decision that needs to be made here, but the Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Wands. So holding your ground, I feel like it's about time that you released yourself from this mental prison, and I feel like you're about to have a conversation here. Tell me why the Ten of Pentacles is here, because it feels like you really have to feel inspired to do this, and I don't know, I wonder if you're feeling inspired enough yet, is what I'm asking here. Tell me why you're feeling inspired about the Ten of Cups, or sorry, I keep calling it the Ten of Cups, I meant the Ten of Pentacles. My brain is just not working today. We have the Sun, we have the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. It is based on past energies. It feels like because every other relationship you had crashed and burned, that you think that this one will crash and burn too. And I say that whatever you think about, you bring about. So if you're going into or want to talk to somebody about opening the doors to a relationship, but you're already telling them this isn't going to work, then it's not going to work because you've already decided that it's not going to work. So I feel like with these cards here that you're having a breakthrough sort of, or remembrance, or remembering about how it hurt last time. In love, right? Last time you opened the door to love, I feel like you got hurt. So I feel like that's why the King of Wands is here. The King of Wands doesn't do anything without inspiration. We've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the Fool, and we have the Six of Wands. So you do want the victory, but you're not willing to talk about it. It feels like with the Fool here that you want to take a leap of faith. You want to be victorious, but unless you're guaranteed the victory, I don't think you're going to do it. Eight of Wands is in the reverse. It feels like right now everything is at a standstill. I feel like you do want a second chance, or you want to try it again because the Judgment card is here, but it's your decision, of course, right? It's your decision about when you come out of the Nine of Swords, when you decide to stop worrying about the situation and actually bringing that whole being stuck in the Eight of Swords to an end. And I feel like you're going to do that with the King of Swords energy. It's time to talk about it. And I feel like you're going to have to feel inspired to talk about it. And although I don't think that you've pushed the thought of a long-term loving relationship off the table, I feel like you're just not ready to talk about it. Yeah, you're waiting for the moment of alchemy here. It feels like with the Temperance card, you're waiting for the universe to give you a shift of energy and say, look, it's go time, go do it. So we have Sagittarian energy here. You could be disconnected from somebody or feeling like you're on the outside of their life looking in. We do have Leo energy here. We have Aries, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Virgo and Pisces. We have more Pisces energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Leo energy, could be definitely dealing with a Leo. And then we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. All right. Speaking of Leo, Leo, you just showed up in Cancer's reading a lot. If you're dealing with a Cancer, you might want to take a look there. Let's talk about Leo. Leo, the single Leo, please, for the weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for the single Leo for the weekend, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. For the weekend, tell me about Leo. single Leo, please. We do have justice. Something is about to be said in your favor this week, Leo. Something is about to go right. How about that? Something is about to bring some type of balance or karmic justice your way here. Tell me more about justice. Justice is Libra energy. We do have, the World card. You are making some sort of a decision to close a door here. And when I see the World card in Justice, it could mean that you have ended a relationship. So maybe that's why you're here and you're single. This, to me, can mean divorce in some cases. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like somebody may have finally taken the steps that they need to end some type of cycle that wasn't, or some type of chapter. It's a major closing. It's not just a cycle. Cycles are like we go from the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Swords, because we can just jump back into those cycles. But with the World card showing up, when the majors show up, it is that in fact it is the doors closing on a chapter. It's like it's closing on a chapter of the way you had been living, and you're going to be living different from here forward. So I feel like you're feeling pretty good about closing this door finally. But I think that it was probably a legal situation for some of you that finally, if you haven't gotten this resolve, a resolution from the legal situation, I feel like it's coming your way very soon. If not on the weekend, maybe soon in the month of June here. We do have the Four of Swords and we have the Three of Swords. It does feel like you've left a major relationship back there. Maybe you were married or engaged or ready to call it, like ready to get married, or it could be that you had been married and that you are divorced. The Four of Swords is telling me that you're healing from heartbreak here. Tell me what happened here. Tell me about justice, please. What do we need to know about justice? What door closed here? So you stopped worrying. So it was a really toxic romantic relationship that you were in. So this World card is telling me that you've learned your lesson here and you're never going back or just shutting the door. And this is someone who's not even on your radar anymore. You've decided that it might have taken some legal situation to get you out of it. So maybe it was that you lived with them for a long time. And now, when that happens sometimes, then it's like you're married and you have to split assets and things like that. So it feels like the Knight of Cups telling me that this was a romantic situation, but it was quite toxic. We do have the Devil here. It was obsessive. It was toxic. It was worrisome. I feel like you were stuck in a cycle that you couldn't get out of, but I feel like you finally have decided maybe going forward is when you're going to end this chapter, but the chapter is about to end. And I think it's because it's your decision. Tell me what this heartbreaking chapter was about. So we do have the Queen of Cups, we have the Star, and we have the Four of Wands. So I think you lived with someone, or maybe you were ready to get engaged, or maybe we lived together, but we weren't yet married. It feels like a situation that the door is closed. Now you're single, because this is a single reading, but I feel like that was what was going on here. I think that you were hopeful that the love would work out, but the Four of Wands is here telling me it really never got off the ground, or it only got to, a stage of where maybe we lived together and had some children, but we didn't get married. Like it feels like it wasn't, it feels like you had to call in some legal or law in order to make things balanced. Maybe it's a child agreement or something like that, but it is something that I feel that you are done with, but it's heartbreaking. I think you wanted it to work out. You had hoped that it would, but now it hasn't. Yeah, it feels like there is a heartbreak here. We do have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It was because somebody was lying to you, wouldn't bring the truth to the surface. And it feels like you felt like your hands were tied. This person wasn't being honest with you. You may have had some information. Secrets were here. It feels like you thought somebody was lying to you here. But we do have 7 and 10, which tells me that this came to a really super painful ending. It was a betrayal, I feel, that somebody betrayed you by not telling you what they were up to or telling you what they were doing. The Four of Pentacles tells me they were miserly with the information that they were sharing. The Eight of Swords is here. It feels like they weren't telling you anything. It's like you were obsessively thinking in your own head. You had to make up your own storyline because nobody was telling you what was going on here. It feels like somebody was lying to you about the King of Pentacles, or maybe lying to you about money, possibly. And I think that's why there it is, the Tower. I was just putting this above justice because I wanted to know why the legal part of it here, because a tower fell here, and it looks like a tower fell and you found something out. So I feel like you found something out, something that had to do with money, stability, your 3D world, or about someone who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. That could also be the person that you are that you had left now that you're single. So what's coming up now? What's coming up now is the Chariot. It's time for you to move forward. I feel like it's time for you to move forward and get your footing. I want to say the Queen of Pentacles is the one who can take care of themselves, can do whatever they need to do for them. They're not relying on anyone but themselves. I feel like this is telling me here that you're not reliant on anyone and that you feel victorious in getting out of this situation and closing the door. The Wheel of Fortune is here, which tells me it's time for change. And I feel like that's what's happening here, that there's a whole lot of change. So if you're coming to this reading to find out what to do next, I'm just going to tell you that the Wheel of Fortune is here. Great fated changes are coming your way. And I feel like with this Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, there's Cancer here, that maybe there is someone else who's in the future. What's coming up here? We've got the King of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like I'm going to say that you're going to love again. But I feel like with the Four of Swords in the middle of the reading is telling me that first you must heal. Don't be, crashing into people over and over again just to get what you want, just because you're lonely and you need something outside of you to fill a hole of whatever happened here. I'm going to say just make sure that you're healed first, because I feel like that there is love in the future, right? We do have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. It's like big, romantic, sort of deep kind of love, and I feel like it is coming for you, but I feel like that you're being asked not to move too quickly, to move a little slower, get your footing, get your grounding, make sure you have what you need for you, practice on being by yourself, taking care of you, and then things are going to move forward in a very fortunate way for you, because there is expansion in love, right? The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is about the expansion, right? You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter as well. But it does feel like there is love coming in the future. You're not going to be out hanging out there by yourself forever, but I feel like it was really necessary for you to close this door here. It just wasn't working out for you. You became the wounded warrior. It feels like it was quite a toxic relationship and has left you with some scars here. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have more Aquarius energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Cancer energy here, Aquarius energy here, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Capricorn. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. All right. All right, Virgo. Let's talk about the single Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Virgo, please, for the weekend. Tell me about single Virgo. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the pinned comment at the top of all the comments. All the information you have is there, or the information you might need is there. Tell me about Virgo, please. What do we need to know about Virgo? We do have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So something I feel is, I want to say dead in the water. I don't think it's dead in the water really, but it does feel like you feel like it's sunk or it's stopped, or there's no movement here. It feels like nobody's putting energy into communication. Tell me what else we need to know about the Eight of Wands in the reverse, please. Eight of Wands in the reverse. We do have the Five of Swords, we have the Chariot, and we have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like things have come to a crawl or have stopped. It's like we stopped talking. We're not seeing each other anymore. That's, I think, why you're here, because it feels like you're feeling single. Whether things have ended completely or not, you're feeling single. And I think it's because of, there was a commitment here. It feels like with the Five of Swords, it feels like there was some sort of argument or conflict that we could not come to a resolution of. It feels like with the Five of Swords, it's like after the conversation or after the fight or argument or this personal difference, somebody took off. They got in their car and they left. And I feel like it's kind of like left hanging. That's what it feels like here. Somebody moved on or moved along, but I don't think that you've gotten your closure, I want to say, because the Ace of Swords is here, which tells me somebody wants to talk about it. We do have the Ace and the Five, which is 6. Somebody did move on or move along, and I feel like they did it quickly here, but it does feel like everything's quiet, and I want to say that you're left hanging. The Ace of Swords tells me that you still need clarity, or you want to talk about it, but it feels like whatever argument, whatever transpired, somebody here got in their car and left, or left the conversation, and then you didn't hear from them again. So maybe you're assuming that it's over, assuming that you're single, but you don't know for sure, because the Ace of Swords is here. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in the reverse, please. Why aren't we talking? We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So somebody said, I love you. I feel like somebody said, I really have deep feelings for you. I love you. I'd like you to move in. I'd like to start this new path of love. I'd like to invest in you. And the other one is behind the Nine of Wands. Somebody here is the wounded warrior, basing the invitation on past energies. And I want to say that somebody here is scared that they're going to get hurt if they invest. They're going to get hurt if they go on this new path. I feel like somebody said, I love you first, and the other one may have said, thank you. Or, they didn't really give any rebuttal. That's what it feels like. And now it's gone into silence here. So one person, it feels like unrequited love. It feels like one person was feeling way more than the other. Somebody was standing there ready with the Ace of Cups and the the Ace of Pentacles, going on this new, I want to invest in you. Let's build something together. And then the Nine of Wands is here like, no, I don't really want to. And so it feels like now you're left here wondering, like, am I single or not? I feel like that's why you might be here looking at this here. It's become very burdensome here. We do have the King of Pentacles and the Devil. I feel like what you just want is you want to settle down with somebody. I feel like you're ready to settle down, maybe call somebody your own, maybe get married. And I feel like you are now carrying around these burdens of silence. I feel like you want to open up a conversation, and you do want to offer this person, like, can I, care for you, provide for you? What about our children? I always see this as having children. Around the King here, we have two younger entities here, and then we have the Devil energy. I feel like what is weighing heavy on you, Virgo, is that you really do want to settle down. You really do want to have a place to call your own. You would like to provide for somebody. And you could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. You could have Taurus or Capricorn in your chart, but I know you're already Virgo because you're here. But we do have Capricorn energy here. It feels like things are moving really slow, and I feel like you've been feeling burdened for a really long time, like maybe a year. Like I feel like there's been silence for a very long time, but you're still not sure if it's done or over. I would say if the person doesn't contact you in all that time, it's probably done. But I feel like you can't stop feeling weighed down by it because you don't have the clarity that you need, and you don't know why this thing ended here. Tell me what the outcome is here for Virgo, please. Tell me what the outcome is here for Virgo. And is there anyone coming up in the future? We do have the Star, we have the Sun, and we have the King of Cups. So you are still wishful and hopeful that you'll have a breakthrough in love. I feel like that sometimes we get into a situation where we feel like the other person is ready because we feel ready, and maybe it's just somebody was not mirroring that for you. I want to say that you're feeling really heavy laden about being alone. Like I feel like you're ready. I feel like you've got a house, or you're ready to buy a house. You're ready to settle down, have children, have a family. And I feel like that's all you really think about. It feels like all you really want is to have this sort of breakthrough in love with somebody here. I feel like there is somebody who is in the future likely. And the Wheel of Fortune is here in the future. It feels like this person with the King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I feel like you are going to have a breakthrough in like the deepest love of your life. I want to say that things work out the way they do for a reason. I feel like you're the one that was ready to invest and somebody else wasn't. But I feel like you're still hopeful that there is going to be a breakthrough in love. And I think that there will be, because there is going to be change, right? The Wheel of Fortune is here. There's going to be change for you here. The Wheel of Fortune is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Could be a fixed sign that you end up being with, but I feel like you are going to find this, or they're going to find you. You are about to have a breakthrough with some sort of really super deep, protective, loving, kind, stoic sort of individual. Someone who's like the strong, silent type. I want to say feminine or masculine. It does look like there is romance coming here. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune is pulling you through here. And we do have the bottom of the deck, we do have the Fool as well. So there is going to be a leap of faith and romance that's going on here. So I want to say that whether or not you had closure here, I don't think is the thing that you need to worry about. I feel like you need to keep building your pentacles, buy your house, go on your trip, whatever it is, because I feel like you're really doing well with your finances. And I feel like you just need to do something for you, I want to say, so it can get your mind off of this obsessive energy, which is the Devil energy here. Because I feel like it's all you think about, and it's making you feel more and more heavily laden. Something's coming in the future, but you're going to have to heal from this first. And see, the Four of Wands is coming. as soon as you can move on from being stuck here, that's what this energy is, stuck with the devil, stuck with the 10 of Wands, and you're in the middle here. It feels like that you need to be ready to really put the hard work in here on moving away or moving on from the 4 of Wands, or whatever you thought that was going to be with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So there is something coming, and it is going to change you. It's going to change your life. It's a life-changing love. But I feel like first you must heal. You must heal before anything else happens here. So we do have Virgo energy here. We have Capricorn energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Leo. We do have Aquarius energy here. We've got some Cancer energy here. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, Libra, this is you, my friends. Tell me about Libra singles, please, for the weekend. Libra singles. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment to the top of the comments. All the information is there. Tell me about Libra singles, please, for the weekend. What is coming up for Libra singles? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra singles, please. We do have the 9 of Cups. It's going to be a happy weekend, my friend. It feels like there is some cups that are being filled. Maybe you'll be offered, to go out somewhere and have some fun. But I feel like even if you don't go anywhere with anyone, because the 9 of Cups is about being single, right? It's like you've built this happiness on the inside all by yourself, Libra. And I feel like this is a week where maybe you realize it possibly. We do have the 5 of Swords, we have the Fool, and we have the Judgment card. I feel like it's a choice. Happiness is a choice. I really do feel like that's what's going on here. We do have the Fool. You're taking a leap of faith, I feel, after coming out of some type of a hard cycle, argument, fight, conflict, or disagreement, either with someone else or yourself. It doesn't matter who it is. But it feels like the Fool is showing you that the path is open. If you'd like to take a leap of faith and make a really big decision to do something for you, to go on a different path, you'll be happy there. I'm going to say you will be happy there. And it's not like you really need anybody else. We've got some Virgo and Pisces energy here, also Aries. Tell me more about the 9 of Cups here. Why is Libra happy over this weekend? We've got the 5 of Wands. We've got the 8 of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. You're liberating yourself from the 8 of Swords. So you're kind of getting out of your head about something. I feel like it's a resolution to something, I want to say, something that you have been kind of dragging your heels on, or feeling like you couldn't make a decision. You were in indecision, and that's why you're stuck in your head, feeling like your hands were tied, you couldn't do anything. Like it feels like it's like a realization. The Queen of Swords, when she stands up, it's because she's liberating herself. And I feel like you've realized that happiness is you. Like you have to be the one who's happy on the inside. Nothing around the outside, nothing external to you is going to make you happy. If you're unhappy, you cannot invite anything in externally that will make you happy. Not money, not a person, not a relationship. And I feel like the 9 of Cups is telling me you are single and you are happy. But you have liberated yourself from worry, from unhappiness, from looking too far into the past and looking too far into the future. It feels like with the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords has cut you free from some sort of a mental prison that you were in here. Excuse me. Tell me what the new path is, please, for Libra. Tell me what's coming up on the new path, because I feel like if you decide to take a leap of faith here, if you make this big decision, something like a new path opens up for you here. We have the 4 of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. There is some sort of a new opportunity that is here, and you're going to get some clarity on it going forward after the weekend, I think. Or it could be this weekend for some of you. We do have the 4 of Swords, and 1 is 5. Again, 5 and 5 is 10. So now we know that there is a cycle that ended where you felt betrayed. It puts you sort of in this 8 of Swords energy, and it feels like you cut yourself free from the 8 of Swords energy and said, look, I just need to practice being happy and single. I don't really need anybody in my life right now. I think that's your decision, that there's going to be opportunities that are going to show up here, but I feel like you need some clarity on those opportunities before you go forward. It feels like you're making some sort of a big decision to take a leap of faith, and the leap of faith is first of all going to be healing. That's the 4 of Swords. So maybe you've decided to spend some time in your own healing, not talking to people, and the 4 of Swords is kind of little to no communication with the outside outside world. And I feel it's because you're trying to get some clarity or triumphant clarity in the mind about what you're going to do next. And I feel like you know that there's a lot of opportunities out there, but you need to make a decision about what you're going to do next. And so what does the universe think is best for you? How should you move forward here? We do have the Nine of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So I want to say that if you do decide to look for some sort of an opportunity in love, I feel it will be reciprocal. And I feel like it's kind of around the corner if that's what you want. If you feel like you're healed enough and that's what you want, I feel like right now you are happy and single, so you're not looking for anyone external to make you happy. I feel like you are already happy because it's a decision, and the decision is here with the Judgment card here. I like it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. And then the Ten of Wands. So you're able to drop these burdens about someone who wasn't completely honest or clear with you about what their intentions were. And so I feel like around the corner, there is somebody who I feel that will choose you and you will choose them. There is love energy here, right? And it's reciprocal love energy. So you're not going to have to chase anyone. You're not going to have to deal with other people. It feels like there was some sort of betrayal that you had to endure, and I'm sorry that happened. But it feels like it taught you a lesson or brought you to a place of clarity in the mind. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is in the hand of the Queen, and the Queen is the one that set you free. I feel like you learned the energy of the Queen of Swords. You learned the messages that the Queen, the reason the Queen is the Queen of Swords is because she's learned to speak up for herself and stand up and say, you can't do that to me. You can't treat me that way. And I feel like the universe wanted to see that. And so then you get the passage, the passage is free now for you to make a decision to take a leap of faith. And once you get the clarity here, I feel like things move forward for you here. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and what's changing is the Ten of Wands. You're no longer going to feel burdened by the situation from the past. I think things are about to change. I feel like if you do meet someone and they give you reciprocal love, they could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, possibly a Virgo or a Pisces, maybe an Aries. We do have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy all over this reading as well. I feel like there's something really beautiful coming up. You are now moving into the future. You don't need to worry about anything. It feels like you're really working hard on yourself to be happy with where you are. But I feel like reciprocal love is coming for you here. Ten of Cups is as well. It does feel like there is some love that is coming in the future. So bravo to you for taking the leap of faith and not looking back and making a big decision to move forward instead of going backwards. Good for you, Libra. All right, because it looks like there's something beautiful waiting for you in the future should you decide to do that. All right, Scorpio, here we go. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the single Scorpio. Scorpio, if you are interested in a private read, please look to the top of the comments. In the comment section, I've pinned a comment. All the information is there if you would like to have a private reading. All right, it's far more reasonable than you may think it is. Let's find out what's going on with you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio singles for the weekend, please. Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio, we start out with the Seven of Cups. So it feels like this is going to be an emotionally overwhelming or confusing weekend for you. Tell me why. Tell me why, please, for Scorpio. Tell me why the Seven of Cups is here. Feels like you're trying to make a decision about something. Tell me about Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it feels like you need to make some type of a decision to either pick somebody, pick a cup and go with it, or you are going to wait for it to arrive for you. It feels like with the Three of Wands that you're waiting on something. What you're waiting for is change. You're waiting for something to change. The Seven of Cups is telling me that you're overwhelmed, and maybe there is the illusion, because the Seven of Cups can also be an illusion, or being overwhelmed with too many choices and not knowing what to do. It feels like maybe you're waiting or not making a decision because of the Five of Cups isn't being in the past here. It feels like you have some regrets and sadness about choosing a cup. It's like you have this PTSD thing about, I know I'm not diagnosing you, I'm just saying it in sort of a off the cuff kind of way. It feels like you don't want to repeat the cycle, and you don't want to hurt yourself again by making the wrong decision. So it feels like with the Three of Wands here, you stay in waiting. You're waiting for change. Tell me why the Seven of Cups is here. What is this overwhelming energy, confusing, overwhelming emotional energy that Scorpio is in, please? And why? Tell me about this. We have the High Priestess, we have the Emperor, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels like you're about to take charge of something. And I feel like you are about to make some sort of a decision, maybe about the Queen of Pentacles, but the High Priestess energy tells me that you are either very psychically connected to the Queen of Pentacles, if this is a person in your life, but it also could be that this person is like behind you. I want to say like the Emperor is looking at the High Priestess. So maybe you're focused on the High Priestess, but maybe the Queen of Pentacles is the one that you might have a choice. Maybe that's why you're overwhelmed. It feels like two separate people, a Pisces and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, but I think that's what the overwhelm is here. So I feel like you are the Emperor. So you are the King of Cups, right? That's your energy. So I feel like you are the Emperor. I feel like you're trying to dig deep into your psychic energy or your psychic intuition in order to make a decision about what you want to do. I feel like right now you're single, but you do have a choice between two people, possibly an earth sign and a water sign. I feel like you're waiting to make that decision because it's very overwhelming and you're not sure what to do. But I feel like what you need is to change. So it feels like the Wheel of Fortune is here to push you forward. You're going to have to make a decision at some point because the Wheel of Fortune's not waiting for you. When it's divine timing, it's divine timing. So you could be making a decision out of a few people. It could be, for sure. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, what's changing here? We have the Strength card, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you're trying to have the courage to make a choice, to pick somebody, and I think it is an emotional decision for you. You're the one who is taking charge of the situation with your intuition and deciding who you want to settle down with, Queen of Pentacles. It does feel like with the Eight of Pentacles here that you're trying to find the courage to make a decision because you don't know which one of these people is going to work with you. It feels like with the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, it tells me like maybe you used to work with this person, but you don't. Maybe that's a barrier, but you're trying to find the courage to overcome some sort of a betrayal that happened. It could have happened with a workmate, or it could be that somebody here is just not willing to put in the energy that you want them to put in. They're just not willing to put in the hard work on a situation where you've been courageous about. You've been waiting and waiting to make this decision. It feels like there is somebody here who could be a Leo, possibly somebody who, it feels like the Leo it doesn't feel like it's your energy. So I don't feel like you have this energy in your chart, but it feels like this is possibly courage, or maybe you've been holding back because you don't know if this person is willing to change enough to put this effort into a relationship here. We do have the World card, the Magician, and the Seven of Wands. It does feel like somebody is sort of standoffish, got you behind the boundaries, and I feel like you do have all of the aces and you do want to move forward with the Wheel of Fortune here, but I feel like first you have to, it's like, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but Charlie's showing me like a job application, right? They always notify the people who aren't getting the position first before they notify the person who is getting the position. So I feel like the door closing here, the World card is telling me that you're bringing some sort of a chapter to an end. And it's a chapter of trying to gain some courage about getting into a relationship, because I feel like your history is that you keep getting hurt. You keep getting hurt because you're the one who puts in all of the effort. You know, you're the one who's kind of like, I feel like I am talking to somebody, maybe it's not everybody, but somebody who's wildly romantic. And it's like, you're just not going to waste that on anybody, right? So I feel like you are closing the door and you're going to put up boundaries with the ones that you don't choose. And I feel like you will be choosing one out of all of them, the one who is magic. And I think that the one who is magic is probably the High Priestess. So I feel like your choice might be that you are going to choose the Pisces out of all of these people here. Then you're going to close the door on the rest, get them out of the DMs. I feel like that's what the Seven of Wands is telling me. You're going to close the door, put up the boundaries, and carry on with the person who is willing to put in as much work as you're willing to put in. We've got the Prince of Cups. We are talking about a romantic connection. The Six of Wands tells me you will have victory here. So I feel like it's a matter of making a decision. I feel like your decision is probably going to be either going with your gut or it's going to be the Pisces. It could be any of the signs that I've mentioned here, but it does feel like you are going to be making a decision about moving forward in a romantic way with someone. We do have Aries, we have Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got more Aries energy. We've got Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and a lot of water energy, right? All right. Sagittarius, this is you, my friend. Tell me about Sagittarius. This is a sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius. It's coming up this weekend for Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius. Single Sagittarius for the weekend. Sneak peek for the weekend, please. If you're interested in a private read, Sag, please look below. I've connected, or I've put a comment and pinned it to the top of the comments. If you're interested in a private read, just click on that link there. Here we go. We got the Ten of Swords. So something here has come to an end. I think that's why you're single. Looks like there's some sort of a betrayal or sadness or some sort of a harsh ending to a situation here. Tell me why the Ten of Swords is here. But the Ten of Swords, understand that when it does come to an end, finally, you can then heal. It's like when you've got a relative or a friend or someone, a dear one, who is fading and fading, someone who maybe has a disease that isn't going to keep them on the earth very long. I'm not predicting anyone's going to die, but it sort of likens me, when I see the Ten of Swords, it's like a slow and painful ending, or a slow and painful way of closing it out. But understand that once it's done, then at least you get to heal after that. Tell me about the Ten of Swords here. Why do we have the Ten of Swords for Sag? We've got the Emperor. It feels like something has ended with the Emperor here. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. I feel like you can't stop thinking about it. I feel like it's worrying. I feel like you keep thinking about the past, that you're still connected there and you can't get out of it. I do feel like there already has been some sort of a painful ending with possibly an Aries. It doesn't have to be. This is the Emperor is an Aries, but understand that it's all the energies of all of the kings. It does feel like, I want to say that that the Emperor might have made the decision, that maybe you were in the Two of Coins here, in a juggle and a struggle about, it feels like it was a situation where the Emperor was making all the decisions, and I don't think the Emperor is you. I feel like the Emperor might be an Aries, but they could be Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio as well. I feel like the Emperor is the one that made the decision, and it's put you into a place of feeling in lack, feeling like you're not enough, don't have enough, can't be enough, that you don't have enough stability. I feel like the Emperor bringing things to an end the way that they did has really put you into this Nine of Swords energy. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. What else do we need to know about this ending? Because I feel it was somebody else who ended it with you. I mean, flip it. You can. It's a general reading, right? You could be the Emperor. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. So it goes, it's like somebody has decided, it's the King of Wands who decided to step forward and say, we're going from the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. It feels like there was a long-term relationship here, or what you felt was a long-term relationship. And I feel like it's the Emperor who's the one who took charge of the situation, and is now you two are not speaking to each other. That's what it feels like. Somebody here made a decision that they didn't want to be in this Ten of Pentacles relationship anymore. They decided that the long term wasn't for them. And it feels like now you're feeling on the outside looking in. Tell me more about this. We do have the Seven of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups. So I want to say that although the Emperor made the decision, that I feel like you were about to liberate yourself from the situation anyway. You were about to liberate yourself from love, because the Seven of Cups is here. It became confusing. It's like the Emperor was doing what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it, and I don't think they were checking with you, because the Emperor is the authority, the person who always makes the decisions, the person who is ruling over everybody else. So I feel like the Emperor is the one who decided to shut down this relationship. But I do think that you were on the verge of saying something, that I feel are still probably going to say something about the situation. And I don't think it feels like it was unfair. I feel like the Queen of Swords shows up when things need to be made fair or balanced, because she is Libra. And I feel like what you're trying to do is to stop thinking about the situation obsessively with the Nine of Swords, because it was it's an emotionally obsessive energy that you're in right now. And I think the Queen of Swords is sort of the energy that's coming to save you, that's liberating you from this this energy. I'm going to say with the Two of Cups here being Cancer energy, that maybe this Emperor really didn't show you much in terms of their feelings. I feel like they made all the rules and you followed the rules, and they probably came in for passion whenever they wanted to come in for passion here. Yeah, there we go. We've got the Tower, the Two of Swords, and the Fool. So I feel like, I kind of like that the Wheel is here. Unfortunately, it's in the reverse, though. So I feel it was the Emperor that delivered the news. So you could be the Emperor, maybe you're not the Emperor, but I feel it was the Emperor that delivered the news, and now you're kind of stuck on what path to take. It feels like, like the Emperor, he may have ghosted you or blocked you. Maybe they didn't even tell you it was over. Maybe they just betrayed you and ghosted you and blocked you. For some of you, it might be as dramatic as that, but the Two of Swords being here tells me that that there was a block in moving forward here, that maybe the Emperor wasn't interested in moving forward here. So I feel like they're the one that fell the Tower here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I'm going to say this is a karmic situation. This is a karmic person in your life here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It wasn't divine timing. This is not your fated person, and things are not moving forward. Nothing would have changed. So I think that I want to say that you've made the right decision by just leaving the Emperor where they are, because nothing would have changed. This person is the conqueror. They felt like they were in charge. They got from you what they got from you with the King of Wands, and now they're moving along. I think that you felt because they were giving you the passion that it was a long-term relationship, but it wasn't. It was the Five of Coins. It goes from the Ten of Coins to the Five of Coins. So it feels like this was a karmic relationship, unfortunately. I feel like there is a new path that's coming up for you, an exciting new path. The Ten of Cups is here. You're going to find love. You know, the only time that the universe is going to move somebody out of the way with the Tower is when you are on the wrong path, right? And the Tower shows up here with the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor, sometimes the trash takes itself out. I'm just going to say, I feel like that this person was the conqueror, and they felt like they can do whatever they wanted, get whatever they wanted, and I think that you allowed it. But now you're feeling a little bit, feeling at the Two of Pentacles here. Like it feels like you're juggling and struggling. Tell me what you need to do to get out of this energy of the Two of Coins and the Nine of Swords here. It almost feels like you're feeling unwanted. And I would just want to say that you have more worth than that, or the Queen of Swords wouldn't show up. You're intelligent. You're highly motivated. You're somebody who's always honest and truthful with people. I feel like you speak in a very loving and kind but firm way to people. And I feel like it's something that you're just feeling because of the way the Emperor went silent on you or ended the situation, just decided that they no longer wanted to be with you. We do have the Hermit energy. We do have the Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords. Look, you're moving along and you're going to be confident and things are going to be fine. It feels like you're going to get stability in your pentacle world. It feels like you will work really hard on yourself and things are going to move in the right direction. You may even open a business. I want to say here that the universe is telling you here, the advice is to go into hermit mode. Please do that. That's the place where you go when you are you're doing self-care. It's the self-preservation part of it. And so I feel like you need to spend time by yourself. So please don't get into another relationship. I feel like with the Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords, I feel like moving into this Hermit energy here, which is telling me that you are finding the wisdom of the situation and why it worked out the way that it did. The Nine of Wands tells me that what is really around the corner is moving on. I feel like this is only a pit stop here. The Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords for you is only a pit stop. I feel like what is in the future is this, and I feel like you are going to be confident. You're going to build yourself back up again. We do have the Eight of Swords. Not after, it's like you're going to be thinking about the situation for a while. I feel like trying to get perspective on the Knight of Wands. I feel like this Emperor didn't really give you a whole lot of balance in your life. They just came in and did what they want, took what they want. But I think that you thought that you were supposed to allow the masculine to do whatever they wanted and take whatever they wanted. And maybe that's not the case at all for some of you, but it feels like with the Hanged Man and the Temperance energy here, it feels like you will get some sort of a healing or a balance in a moment of alchemy of when you surrender yourself to the universe and get a different perspective on the situation. I feel like maybe this is a Knight of Wands situation and you didn't realize that it was. And maybe from your side, it felt like it wasn't. But it feels like you've been stuck in your head for a little while. You're going to get out of this energy, my friend. I don't think that you're going to be there for a whole much longer, I'm going to say. And once you do heal the self, then it's time to move on. And then you will find something different in the future. But look, the Emperor taught you a very valuable lesson, right? Don't give your power over to anyone, not even the Emperor. We do have the Virgo energy, Aries energy. We do have Cancer. We have Libra energy here. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. We do have more Virgo energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Scorpio energy. We have more Aries energy. All right. All right. Tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn singles, this is your sneak peek for the weekend, my friends. Sneak peek for the weekend. Tell me about Capricorn, please. What is going on for Capricorn this weekend? Or maybe next weekend. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe you're on a timeline for this to happen in a couple of weeks. But this is a sneak peek for the weekend. Is it this weekend or next weekend? I don't know. If you're interested in a private read, please look below. Look at the comment section. I've pinned something to the top of the comments. If you're interested in a private read, all the info is there. All right, some sort of a big decision that's coming here for you this weekend, Capricorn. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy here. I'm going to say that this decision should be made based on your intuition, going over the details of whether you want to resurrect something else or not. It feels like you're going to get the opportunity for some sort of reconciliation if you choose it, but the decision is yours, right? Judgment is always about the decision and looking over the situation for what it is. We do have the Nine of Cups. Why is the Nine of Cups here? We have the Faith card, which is the Hierophant. And we have Temperance. I feel like we've got, out of the 4 cards here, 3 of them are major arcana. There's going to be a lot of changes that are coming up, and they might begin over the weekend. I feel like you are making a decision about something that is, I want to say with faith, first of all, with the Hierophant here, you could be dealing with a Taurus, maybe a Virgo or a Pisces. We've got Sagittarian energy here. The Nine of Cups tells me at this time, I feel like you are single and happy. But I want to say that you're open to some sort of commitment. And I think that's the decision that you have to make. For some of you, there might be somebody who might be coming back around. It doesn't always have to be. They could be any of the signs that I've mentioned. But we've got Temperance, which is the moment of alchemy. So it does feel like there is something that is going to be healed or come into balance. It might be a lesson that you've learned about being single and happy. Maybe you've decided that maybe the decision that you're making is that I don't really want to get into another relationship. Tell me about the Judgment card, please. What's the decision, please? Capricorn is making a decision. What is that decision? Or maybe someone's coming back around. What is this? We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Cups. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. It feels like for some of you that there is somebody who is coming back around, but they feel like they've already missed the opportunity with you. This person is very emotionally overwhelmed, but they're feeling very confident that if they come back around that you will take the cup. This person is looking at this Ace of Cups, right? Doesn't take their eyes off of it. Now, it feels like there's been silence between you, or there's been some sort of emotional redundant energy that you're not willing to revisit for some of you. But there is somebody coming back around for some of you who feels like they've missed an opportunity with you. They've been thinking about you, but it's overly emotional. It's emotionally overwhelming or confusing. I feel like this person comes in really confident and they're going to tell you that, yeah, I'm single too. I feel like you're single and happy, and that person, the other person, has been single and working in their pentacle world. So I feel like for some of you, somebody is coming back around. But for others of you, this decision that you're making is, do I really want to take that cup? It is going to be an overly emotional situation for you, but I feel like this down here is really important information because I feel like you're already on a path by yourself. I want to say, Capricorn, we've got the Hierophant energy here. I want to say that you're you're already on a path, that you're a leader on that path, that you're doing the right things, the kind things, the happy things, and I feel like you're quite in balance at this time. And this person is going to show up and ask you to make some sort of a decision about things that are overly emotional, because this person's bored without you. They kind of feel like the energy between you has become a bit redundant. We're not really talking. It feels like somebody here is wanting to come forward and ask you, but they're feeling overwhelmed. Tell me what your decision is going to be here. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. We do have the Knight of Wands, and we do have the the Six of Pentacles. So the thing is this, is I feel like somebody here is showing up because what they're hoping for is a situationship. They're hoping for a friends with benefits situation, because I feel like they're moving super slow with the Knight of Pentacles. They're moving really super slow, going over the details. I feel like you need to make a decision about what you want to do, because this person, I feel like you've been waiting for them, been patient, waiting for them for a really long time to get their crap together. And they have gotten their crap together. But I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, it tells me what they want reciprocal energy in is passion, and they don't want to give you any stability. I feel like you already have your own stability because the Hierophant is here, but this person doesn't want to give you any stability. This person is coming in for reciprocal passion, right? We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, and this tells me that this could be a situationship, because Pentacles are friends, and this is already someone that you know, and they're coming in for quick passion, not really going to give you any sort of stability. So I feel like the decision is yours. We've got the Judgment card right under all of this here, and I feel like you're already on some sort of sturdy, healthy, balanced path. And then at the moment of alchemy, this person comes in asking you if you will take it slow. Like, that's the way it always starts out in a situationship. Let's just take it slow. Let's not put a label on it. Let's not name it. Let's just find out how we feel about each other. But realize this person with the Knight of Wands is coming in for passion. That's what they're hoping for, that you'll let them in for passion, feminine or masculine. Tell me about the path that you're on here. You're on a brand new path here. So I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, it is a friends with benefit situation. It's a situationship. And I feel like you're going to be really honest with this person. Look, I'm on the right path. I'm balanced in my energies. This is the moment of alchemy for me to speak up and say my truth, say the things that I want to say. I need to be really honest with you, that I think that you're pushing someone back into the friend zone here with the Three of Pentacles, because I feel like you're about to go on your own specific path by yourself here. So I think you're going to be really honest with this person and let them know that you're actually pretty good without them. What is the outcome here, please, for Capricorn? We do have the Star in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the King of Coins. I feel like you're choosing you. That's what I want to say. You're choosing yourself, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. And I feel like you've lost hope that this person is ever going to come to you with anything more than, just wanting to get passion out of you here. We do have the Queen of Wands. We have the Magician, and we have the Queen of Swords. I really love it. Look, you're in all of this bossed up energy, right? So you're on your own path, independently, doing what you want, possibly an entrepreneur or have entrepreneurial ideas, because the Queen of Swords is here. I feel like you're liberating yourself from this situation, and you're going to be focused on you. The Magician here tells me you have all the tools that you need in order to move forward. You just need to make the decision to do that. So I feel like you've lost hope in this situation, and you're going to push this person back into the friend zone with the Three of Pentacles here. You're just going to tell them, look, you're just going to be honest with them. Look, we're friends. Let's just keep it in that situation. Let's just keep it in the friendly situation. And you're about to make a decision, I feel, to be very focused on you, King of Pentacles, and how you're making money, and maybe buying a house and saving things. And I feel like you're on a path of entrepreneurship. Like, I feel like you're going to be opening a business, or maybe you already have, but I feel like that you have all the tools that you need in order to liberate yourself from this situation. I don't think that you're cool with it anymore. I feel like you're saving. Oh, I just heard, yeah, saving all my love for you. Who's that? Who is that? Whitney Houston, saving all my love for you. I think you're saving all your love for you. Look, there's a transformation in the way that you're thinking about love. It feels like you're not down with the shenanigans anymore. It feels like you're transforming the way you look at love, really deep love. And I feel like you're starting to love yourself. And so that's why you're keeping somebody here behind the boundary. That's what it feels like here. I feel like you're just going to push this person right back, finger in the chest, right back behind the boundary. That's what it feels like. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have more Aries energy. We have Aquarius energy. We've got Sagittarius energy, Taurus, and Virgo and Pisces. All right, Aquarius, this is you. Let's find out what's going on for the single Aquarius, please. Tell me about Aquarius, single Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Aquarius. I think I just put Aries and Aquarius together. Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, please, for the weekend. Singles for the weekend, please. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned to the top of the comments. There is information there if you want to know how to book a private read with me. We do have the Seven of Swords. This weekend, somebody is keeping something from you. Something's under the surface, being concealed from you. Could also be someone who's lying to you. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Could be a secret. Tell me what's going on with the Seven of Swords, please. We do have the Three of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. So it does feel like you're sort of stuck in a place where you are just really working hard on yourself. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles here that you're showing me that you are growing, nurturing the self, I want to say, and your blocks are high. And with the Two of Swords here, I want to say that you are blocking the self, I want to say, or I wouldn't, it's kind of harsh to say blocking the self, but I want to say that you are not letting anybody in. I want to say that you're very focused on you, Aquarius, that you're not letting anybody in. You're like, you need to stay behind my boundary. I feel like you're untrusting. Like there's people that you don't trust in your life, or a person. Take it as it resonates for you. The Three of Wands is telling me that you're over the bullshit. It's like you're not waiting anymore. You're just doing whatever feels good to you. And I think that the Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you're throwing your own seeds of intention, and that you decided that you're going to follow your own path, nurture the self. That's what it feels like. There's transformation here. There's some change. Tell me what else we need to know about the Seven of Swords, please. I feel like it's because of the Seven of Swords that you've made all these changes here. You've put up some boundaries, I feel, and that you decided that you don't really need to move forward in this situation because somebody here is not being honest with you. Why is it's like you're not really trusting somebody or a situation. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. We do have the King of Wands. We do have the Chariot, and we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you need to drop your burdens about the King. I think it's the King of Wands who is the one who you don't trust, or who's holding a secret, or someone that you feel might be lying to you. I feel like you're about to drop your burdens. I feel like you're about to get out of there, I want to say, because the Chariot is here, and I feel like you have balanced your energies enough and come to a realization that the Nine of Wands is here right around the corner with the King. I feel like the wand that's here with the Nine, it's telling me that you are dropping burdens, but I feel like you've decided that you need to carry on. The Ace of Wands is also here, right, which is added to the Nine. So I feel like that the King of Wands created burdens with you by lying to you or keeping secrets from you. And I feel like you've blocked this person. I don't think you're allowing them access into your life. And I think you're focused on you. I think that you're focused on you, and you had to make the decision, the Three of Wands being in the reverse, you had to make the decision you weren't going to leave it up to anyone else. And I keep telling you guys, right, it's never their decision. You never have to wait for them. You never have to wait for them to say sorry, or wait for them to say it's over, or wait. You never have to wait. You can always make the decision to just end it and carry on and go on with your life, right? You never have to wait for anyone. So I feel like that's kind of what you did here. I want to say that you decided you weren't going to wait anymore, that it was time to nurture you, and you weren't going to have dealings with the King of Wands who you don't necessarily trust. And I feel like you don't necessarily trust the King of Wands because I feel like the King of Wands always kept their feelings under the surface. This is somebody who has a hard time expressing their emotion. The Chariot is here, and although it is fast-moving energy and is getting the victory, it also is Cancer energy, realize. So I feel like somebody that the secret, or what was under under the surface being concealed from you, or the lie was maybe you thought that somebody here, if they're not showing me their love energy or their emotional energy on the surface, then I don't need it. I think that's what's going on here. And so you decided to just move along, get in the chariot and go. I don't think you want to do this thing anymore. Tell me what's coming up in the future for Aquarius, please. We do have, good, going out with friends. I want to say that, you know, the devil energy here, I feel like it's telling me here with the devil energy and the Three of Cups that you're going to have a lot of opportunity to have fun, go out, be with friends, make money, find a long-term relationship. Like the Ten of Pentacles is all of it, right? It's what grows from the Ace, and it changes your life. I want to say that you end up feeling abundant, feeling confident, feeling like you can carry on by yourself. I feel like you're very focused on your money, I want to say, right? You're focused working on yourself. And I think we go from the Seven of Pentacles to the 10. What's in between is 3, right? 7, take 7 away from 10, that's 3. I feel like you find a new friend group, and that's what the Three of Cups is. So I feel like you're going to find either a new friend group, or you're going to get more social, go out with friends, have a little fun. I feel like the devil is telling me it's that kind of fun. It's like going out, partying, throwing things around. You know what I mean? Like throwing things around, flirting with people, and maybe having too much to drink one night. And I don't think that that's a bad thing once in a while. I really don't. But I feel like you are feeling probably more confident and abundant than you ever have been. And I think it's because you were the one that was decided to make the decision about the King of Wands. And I think now that you've learned this lesson that you're not going to do it again, to be honest. We have the Five of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Emperor in the reverse. So I feel like you're okay to be single for now. I feel like you're just going to be social, be out with friends, be out with a new group of people, take invitations as they come, because I feel like you're kind of wary of this Emperor in the reverse energy. You don't want to run into this again, right? And the King of Wands is part of the Emperor energy. So I feel like you were dealing with someone who is maybe a wounded Emperor. When I see the Emperor in the reverse, to me, it's because one of the kings is out of whack. So, it could be the King of Swords. Maybe this person is rude and disagreeable and not factual and doesn't use their gut. Maybe there's someone who's not emotionally available. Do you know what I mean? So it feels like one of the kings is out of whack here. And I feel like you're sad that this person who you thought was going to be your person is not going to be your person. But I want to say that this person has taught you a lesson. You're now very aware that just because the person looks good, right? Because the Emperor looks good, has a lot of money, has cars, has houses, all that stuff. Just because that stuff looks like it's something that you want, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person isn't an Emperor in the reverse, being cantankerous, causing issues, doesn't really care about other people, very selfish, very egoic, right? Thinks everybody is supposed to bow at their feet, that kind of thing. I think that this King of Wands is somebody who really taught you a lesson, made you the wounded warrior. But I feel like the king, the wand that the king holds, and the Nine of Wands tells me you're able to drop those burdens and carry on. So I feel like that there is somebody here. They could have been an Aries, possibly. Could have been Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, possibly. We have Cancer energy here as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like there is somebody here who I feel has taught you some valuable lessons about just because they look good, it doesn't mean that they're for you. Just because they're attractive, just because they're desirable, they make you feel desirable, it doesn't mean that they're for you, because behind the scenes, when you get up really close, they could be an Emperor in reverse, someone who chooses to conquer, to, make you follow. This is somebody who's not very balanced in their energies, right? They're the King of Swords in the reverse. Maybe they have narcissistic tendencies. Somebody who's not emotionally available. If it's the King of Cups who's in the reverse, somebody who's possibly broke, but maybe dresses really nice and lets people see that they have nice things, but maybe their finances are off the hook bad, right? So I feel like this person taught you a lot of lessons. But I feel like what's coming up for you on the weekend is that I feel like you are going to be going out with friends, taking invitations, and having fun. I feel like you finally cut yourself away from this very desired sort of energy that you wanted to be in, but is not good for you. All right, Pisces, here we go. Let's figure it out. Pisces, this is your singles read here. Sneak peek for the singles. Tell me about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, please know that I've pinned a comment to the top of all the comments below this video. If you'd like to get a private read, that's what you can do there. Readings there begin at $40. I'm on an 11-day turnaround time. All right, tell me about Pisces. What's coming up for the weekend for single Pisces? Please, sneak peek for the weekend. We do have the Two of Wands. It seems to me like you're making preparations to go somewhere or to embark on a new path. It feels like that you are at the crossroads of your life, and you know that the world's in your hands. You can do what you want, go where you want, do whatever it is you want to do. You just need to make the preparations for it here. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have 7 Pentacles here. I want to say that you're on some sort of a path where you're about to be very focused on you, focused on your pentacle world. And I feel like you're at the crossroads, and where you can go anywhere and do anything that you want. Maybe not financially. Maybe it's not time to travel. Maybe you can't travel because of the financial situation. Some of you could be in a bit of a juggle and a struggle as it pertains to your finances. We do have the Two of Pentacles. It feels like there's a decision that needs to be made in the pentacle world because you are at the crossroads here. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me that you're feeling, how can I say? It feels like you're about to let go of something. Maybe you're letting go of feeling and lack. Maybe this isn't money. Maybe this is just a lack of connection, right? The Five of Pentacles is lack, period, right? So it feels like it could be a lack of connection. We've got 5 and 4 is 9. Maybe you're not as confident as you usually are. I feel like you have been sort of shut off and shut down. It feels like you are now coming to a place where you don't want to feel lonely anymore. And sometimes we'll do that, right? When something really big is coming up and we have to make a big decision, sometimes we sequester ourselves and we're alone so we can make that decision. But I feel like you've been feeling disconnected, and it's time for you to be a little more vulnerable or to reconnect to people in your pentacle world. Tell me what this decision is that you're making here, because you're at the crossroads, and it feels like there is a pentacle-like decision, like a decision in your 3D world coming up, because you're at the crossroads of your life here. Why are you at the Two of Wands? We do have the High Priestess, we have the Chariot, and we have the Three of Swords. So you're trying to move on from some type of heartbreak or heartache. I feel like you're at the crossroads because you're trying to gain some knowledge through your psychic intuition about what went down here. It feels like somebody has left you out in the cold, and I feel that it is bothersome or worrisome. The Three of Swords can be about a broken heart, but it also can be about disappointment. And it's like a disappointment that we weren't able to move forward here, that your intuition was telling you that you wanted to move forward, but I think that someone else did not want to move forward. And I think that you ended up being on the outside looking in here. Tell me why the Five of Pentacles is here. I feel like you really need to focus on yourself. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 is the place where you throw your seeds of intention and pick your next path, right? The farmer, if they kept the seeds in the hand and they don't throw the seeds, if they don't have the intention of growing a crop, right, that's throwing the seeds, and they're not going to grow anything. So I feel like you need to pick a path, throw your seeds of intention, and then grow. I feel like the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles are both about lack, struggle, feeling like you can't move anywhere. But I feel like you are going to do that, though, because I think with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, that you've realized that you can let go a little bit, let go and let God, or listen to the universe. Tell me why the Five of Pentacles is here. We do have the 8. Yeah, you're going to be working on yourself here. 8 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Fool. So I feel like you're working on healing is what's going on here. That maybe you're taking a peek out the door. Maybe you're going to reconnect with people in your pentacle world, but I think it's only like maybe 4 people. Like, I don't think it's like a bunch of people. You're not going to be going out into public and doing all kinds of things. It feels like you're more focused on work. 7 of Pentacles is here. 8 is here. You're making a progression from the 7 to the 8. Now you're not only nurturing the self, but now you've got harvest, right? You've got hope, renewed hope. And it feels like with the Fool here, the renewed hope, it feels like your new path is healing. So I feel like you're just really focusing on yourself right now. And what's going to happen on this new path here for Pisces? What's going to happen on this new path here? If you decide to open up to it, there is love here. Look at that. We've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got the Lovers. Now, I feel like what's changing is that I feel like you are going to become a little bit more social. The change comes with the Four of Swords, which is the healing of the mind, stability of the mind, right? The fours are always about stability. We do have the Three of Swords that is on this bed, and then she's holding the Ace. So I feel like you're going to find the answers that you need in order to become a little more, like maybe you're going to reconnect to the people that are in your pentacle world. But I feel like what's changing here is your mindset. I feel like you've changed your mind on what having a partner means to you, or the criteria of the soulmate, or I feel like you're going to be very careful about how you move forward. But I feel like it's going to be a changing day, and I want to say that you're changing your mind, you're changing how you feel, you're changing the Four of Wands, the Four of Swords is about staying home, not really talking to people, little to no communication. I feel like that's what's changing. I think you're about to get a little bit more social here. Let's look at this here a little bit more for you, Pisces. We do have the Five of Swords, we have the Empress, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like although you've been feeling in a little bit of lack, I feel like it's telling me with the Five of Swords that you're really not ready to connect to everybody. I feel like you just don't want to deal with conflict and disagreements. You're staying away from people who are going to cause drama in your life. I feel like you're not down with that anymore. Since this went down, I feel like your decision being at the crossroads is that you don't want any more drama in your life. What you are is looking forward to is investment. You're looking forward to investing in your pentacle world, maybe in a job, possibly whatever is going to bring you the abundance. I feel like whatever lessons you learned because of this particular situation has turned you into the Empress, and I feel like you now know your worth, and that you know that you're worthy of planting this Ace of Pentacles, which is going to change everything. I feel like this, for some of you, this Ace of Pentacles and the Empress could mean that there is something financial that is coming. It's a change in your finances. I feel like things are moving forward really in a great way in terms of your finances in your pentacle world. And I think it's because you've come to a place where you've learned all the lessons that you need to learn up to this point to become the Empress. Staying in this Empress energy is a challenge, but I feel like you've learned everything that you need to learn in terms of healing. I feel you healed yourself into the Empress energy. Yeah, so I think quickly what comes here is financial security, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, right? And she is part of this Empress here. What's coming quickly here toward you is good news. Good news about finances. Good news about the Pentacle world. You're going to get some exciting news that is coming in super quick. That is about your stability, financial stability, how you see yourself, your worthiness. I feel like there's some exciting news coming in about money, that you go from the Two of Pentacles to the Queen, which tells me whatever it is going to make you financially stable and then some. Because this person, the Queen of Pentacles, is Capricorn, right? The one who's trying to be the Empress. Until you are in this energy until you become the Empress. And I feel like you are going to experience a lot of influx of money. So whether your business gets busier, or you end up getting a raise or a promotion, or maybe a second job, there's going to be an influx of finances going on here. You don't see it, it's concealed from you. But I feel like, oh, that's kind of beautiful. The Six of Cups is here, and the Ace of Cups. I feel it's almost like a realization that it is something that you always should have had. The Six of Cups is possibly, last life energy. It feels like it's a realization that you always knew. You always knew this was going to happen. I feel like it's something that is coming to you as karma from a last life. It feels like you can't see it. It's being concealed from you, but there is like maybe a happy friendship or a soulmate or something like that that is coming, is going to make you very emotionally happy because of something that happened either in your childhood or in a last life. You're going to get some more clarity on that. It feels like you don't know that it's coming, but maybe you feel it coming because you are Pisces. But there is something really beautiful coming because you decided to make the decision to not get back into a cycle that was going to hurt you again. You've made changes, big changes. These are really big changes. So bravo to you. I'm going to leave that there for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back, and happy weekend to you guys. Bye-bye.